Hey, it's Mike from the North Fork of Long Island, and I want to give a shout out to Peeko Oysters and Pete Stein for delivering shucked oysters in the age of Corona. This is amazing. I'm going to make my first batch of oyster po' boys tonight. He even sent me the recipe, which is from Tasting Table, and we're going to go over that in detail as we prepare and put together an amazing first meal of oyster po' boys on the North Fork. All right, so to get going here on the oyster po' boys, we are going to be making our own coleslaw. So we've got some cabbage, carrots, lemon juice, mayonnaise, and distilled vinegar over here. And for the actual oysters, again, shucked by Peeko Oysters, we've got some flour, cornmeal, eggs, sea salt, and some vegetable oil for the deep frying. Hey, look at that. Look what just showed up. The rolls for the oyster po' boys. All right, so when you're making your own cabbage, it's a little labor intensive, but it's worth it in the end. All right, we're at the point now where we're going to take the oysters and put them in the beaten eggs. There were 2 eggs that I just knocked around here. So we're going to coat the oysters in the egg before we dip them into our concoction of cornmeal and flour and lots of seasonings, which you're going to see from the, what is it called? Tasting Table recipe. So here we go with the oysters into the egg mixture before we coat them for deep frying. So when you're making the oyster po' boys, it always makes sense to have cinnamon water with some vodka. This is a great accompaniment to this meal here. All right, what we're doing right now, the step we have right now is to take the shucked oysters and then coat them with our mixture of many seasonings and cornmeal and flour, and then we're going to put them on a plate before we start deep frying. So let's start doing a few of those. These are nice and gooey. They should soak up that mixture really nicely, and then once we have that plate done, we go to the deep frying. Okay, so what we have done is we've coated the oysters with the egg, put it into the mixture with the cornmeal, flour, and all the seasonings, and now we're ready to deep fry. And then after we deep fry, it goes to this plate with the paper towel on it. After that, oh, you're just going to be crying at this point, because all we do is heat up those rolls that we have, coat some some mayonnaise and some ketchup, and we rock and roll. So here we go. We're going to go with the first batch, a few batches at a time so we don't overwhelm the oil here. Okay, so the last batch of oysters are about to finish here, and let's see what the coleslaw is looking like. After we made the coleslaw, we put it in this bowl here and refrigerated it. And this, the first coleslaw I've ever made, which is of course cabbage, carrots, mayonnaise, some lemon juice, and I forget what else. But that's going to go on these rolls here that have mayonnaise, and they'll have ketchup. And we're going to put the oysters on there. All right, so here's the final product. We've got another 3 sandwiches to make, but this is the final product of our oyster po' boys. Thanks to Peeko Oysters for delivering shucked oysters during the coronavirus on the North Fork of Long Island. Thanks for watching. All right, so we're in heaven right now, and we did add some jalapeno sauce, which was not in the recipe, but I highly recommend the jalapeno sauce as well.